Hey everybody, welcome to this channel. It's called Jonahs with God. My name is Jonah. I live in Minnesota. I'm 17 years old, and this channel is going to be a lot about how my life's going with God and how my life has been transformed since I've been with God. Well, little I don't know how to say, a little intro, I should say, little stories about me. Or this channel is about me, it's going to be about telling stories about God, coming in my life, and how He's changed and affected my life. And I'm going to be telling you a lot of things about my childhood, a lot of things what I struggled with, and how God helped me out and got me out of that pretty deep hole and where I am now. And I'm going to give you advice of how you can follow Him as well, and how He can help you in the near future, so I can help the young generation become with God. And so yeah, I want to first start off when I was a child. When I was a child, I had a hard childhood. My mom was a flight attendant for Northwest Airlines, and she was married to a guy named Rich, and they were young. They were in their early 20s, 24, and I personally didn't have any problems up until they started fighting, and that's when it led to a divorce when they were 24. And my dad would get me and my sister every Friday, every weekend, and every other weekend actually. He lived in an apartment in Burnsville, Minnesota, and he would take us to Minnehaha Falls and a lot of places like that. And I obviously had a really good time with them, and so did my sister. And after that, a couple years later, my mom, she was still flying at the time, and she met a man named Chris, which is now my stepdad. They later got married in October 2001. We moved from St. Paul to Duluth, and then Chris, my stepfather, he works with food, the food business. He actually works for Super Valley, which is the headquarters of Cub Foods. If you guys know what that is, it's kind of like a Food Lion down south, or a Kruger's in Detroit, or over there. It's kind of like that. So with Cub Foods, and he works at the big headquarters, so he's pretty big in that company. So we moved to Duluth, and then we moved from Duluth to Chaska because his job changed, and then Chaska to here, which I don't want to give my current city because it's kind of personal. And then as I started getting older, I started getting more moody, more crabby. So this is how it happened. I think it was just all the stress of just moving. I don't know. I would never get along with my mom, never get along with my stepdad, never get along with anybody pretty much except for myself, because I had my own little world. And I didn't think anybody else. I didn't think of anybody else but myself. I was selfish. I was self-centered. I was rude. I would judge people way too much. I was very judgmental. And then once I transferred from elementary school to junior high, which is 7th grade, I got really, really bad. And that's when 7th grade is when I turned 13 years old. And that's actually when I got anxiety. I got horrible anxiety about death and being sick, about a lot of things. And it got to the point in 8th grade the next year, I started getting panic attacks and anxiety attacks. The first panic attack I had, I thought I was going crazy, to be honest with you. I really thought I was going crazy, and I would freak out. I swear to myself. I hit things and I would punch things, and I didn't know what to do, and I was freaking out on my mom, and I didn't know what to do with it. She brought me to the doctor, and they said I was dealing with an anxiety disorder, but we didn't know where the anxiety was coming from. And then a couple months later, I was tested for autism, and the test results came back as a positive. I do have autism, just a little bit of it. You can't see it in me. I have a autism disorder called Asperger's, which is, and it sounds like a funny name. It's the disorder where I process information differently than other people. I process information more differently than other people, and I kind of have my own little world in my head. You know, it sounds kind of crazy and weird, but I do. It's kind of how I think things out, how I process things, the way I do things. I have to have them organized in a different order, and or it's different order, same order, and in my head I have all these certain thoughts placed in order. Everything's organized in my head than other people. I think differently, and it's again, you guys can't see it to me. I mean, you can a little bit, but not really at all. Asperger's always comes as... Oh, anyway, so Asperger's, we found out that it comes with anxiety disorder, anger, and the way I think. That's why I have trouble learning in school. Not really anymore, because God helped me out on that one. Yeah, it just led up to all these problems, and now we finally found out. Now I was going to therapy to find out how to, you know, treat all these things, and finally got to the point where I was really, really struggling. This is the good part. It's about God now. I went to down south, down in Florida, to visit my dad and my grandma, grandpa, and I was surprised. My Uncle Lee, well, my great Uncle Lee, he's actually my dad's uncle. My Uncle Lee and Gail, which is his wife, they went down there, and I personally, they've only met me pretty much when I was born, so I didn't really remember them. So I really got to meet them then. This was 8th grade. This is 2008, and I was 13, 14. I was 14 at the time, and I learned a lot about Uncle Lee. He's very religious. He's 100% with God. God talks to him, and he guides him through where he has to be, and my Uncle Lee actually has a YouTube channel on here. It's called Lee Yates, and I'll put a link right there. That's his religion. He talks about God, and he has a Bible in front of him, and he talks about what events are occurring that have happened, that people have written in the Bible that are happening now until end times, until a rapture, which I cannot wait. So anyway, as I was talking to Uncle Lee, God was telling him that I was having some problems, and he wanted to help me out. And so we're sitting outside at the pool, at my grandma's pool, on a screened-in pool, I should say, and at a round picnic table with an umbrella over it. And Uncle Lee, he helped me out. It wasn't just Uncle Lee; it was God was the one that really helped me out. Uncle Lee was the one that got me set up, and then God did it. God took over. What he did was God went through my Uncle Lee, and God was talking to me. I was talking to God for a good hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and my Uncle Lee had his hand on my shoulder the whole time, and God was talking right to me. I was looking right in God's eyes, and pretty much what I did that day was I renewed myself. My old self died, and a new me was reborn, and that night changed my life forever, and I thank God so much for that, because my anxiety's gone, my anger's gone, pretty much gone. I'm doing so much better in school. I'm not struggling anymore. I have a job now, and I currently drive. Well, I have my permit now, working on getting my license, and God has given me all these opportunities for everything, and I thank Him so much. And I sometimes put myself, you know, before Him, which I shouldn't, and it's a sin. And then I have to think about it, and I have to really step back, and He has to take over. He has to be in front of me the whole way. He's changed my life a lot, and as I make more videos, I will explain more what happened that night. But that's overall of my life is. So yeah, I am thankful for Him. So yeah. Please subscribe if you want to hear more stories. If you want to get help from God or anything, please ask me any questions. Also, go to my Uncle Lee. He will talk your ear off about God, and I will too. So, all right, everybody, have a great night, great day, great morning, wherever you guys are living, and God bless.